PayDay Abroad is an audio-only experience. Feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Servus und willkommen. Welcome to another edition of PayDay Abroad. This episode's German word or phrase of the week, Freunde, or in English, friends. What is a community? Is it a bond built on mutual necessity? Is it a social contract we all sign to uplift one another? Perhaps it's as complex as social function theory. Maybe there's some far-off psychological paper that's going to explain why we all seek it. But at the end of the day, perhaps it's just as simple as you're awesome. Perhaps you just make me feel awesome. And perhaps we can make ourselves and the whole world even awesomer. Or more awesome, but whatever. Something about grammar before the second cup of coffee just doesn't sit right with me. Any sort of change presents its own benefits, but it always comes with its own set of challenges. For many of you who know me, relationships with family and friends are very important to me. They are the structure in which I have built myself from, the pillar in which I lean upon, and the foundation from which I grow from. So it was a very interesting idea for me then to just leave all that behind and go to a place where I pretty much knew no one and had to restart that entire process all over again. Although shout out to the friends and family back home, your continuous support is always appreciated. This past month has presented its own benefits. For example, I started my study program, this next phase in my life that's going to hopefully provide me the education and experience needed to go fulfill my dreams. What those dreams are, we'll save that for another video. Not to mention, you all know that I find Austria pretty dope. However, some of those challenges have been a little daunting at times, right? Challenges like not knowing where anything is, feeling doubt pretty much in all areas about what I'm doing over here, and quite frankly, sometimes just feeling like a fish out of water. Enter the homies, stage left. Within the past month, I have been blessed to have bumped into an incredibly wonderful group of people. Classmates and others, it is with great enthusiasm that I say I have met brilliance personified. Being a bumbling buffoon with no idea about what he's doing pretty much at any point, they have taken me in with curiosity and care and made me feel welcome. Game nights, movie nights, valuable advice, hilarious bits, and hearts as big as the Alps themselves. They have given me space to be. Not to be perfect, not to be the best, but just space to be. Words, poetic phrases, fancy language, yada yada yada. You haven't actually given us anything concrete yet, Nick. Well then, let me regale you with an anecdote. Besides my 24th birthday where I was in Germany, shout out to the Würzburg homies, I have always been surrounded by hometown friends and families for my birthdays. This year was naturally going to be different, right? And I was turning 26, big whoop. What are you celebrating? Are you gonna get booted off your parents' insurance? You wanna throw a party for that? Who are you gonna celebrate it with? Your childhood friends across the pond? Your family in another continent? Frankly, I just wasn't really that enthusiastic about this birthday. I mean, not upset about it. I was still gonna go get a nice bite to eat, maybe a nice little bevy, something like that. But overall, I wasn't exactly going into this birthday feeling super stoked, right? But that was until my Kufstein homies heard about it. With compassion and empathy and abundance, my friends over here decided to throw me a truly stellar birthday celebration full of foods that I liked, gifts for my birthday, and overall just a moment of recognition, right? They hadn't known me that long, and they didn't owe me anything, and quite frankly, they still don't. But they understood. They listened. And they demonstrated that. We all went out that night, minus some of the homies who were busy, no worries nor no shade, and we continued this celebration. We danced on chairs, sang on tabletops, and truly we had a night to remember. There are so many friends over here who have given me so much kindness and compassion that it's hard to put it all into words, despite my overly poetic efforts. But to all of you, every single one of you, Thank you for letting me be in your lives, giving me a space to be, and bringing me into this wonderful community. But that does beg the question, doesn't it? What is a community? Is it this APA-cited study that explains the ins and outs of human connection? Is it this fundamental desire for survival together? Is it this genetic sort of coding we all have that commands us to be around and with one another? Quite frankly, I don't know. But what I do know is that community are your friends. Community is a feeling. Community's awesome. You are awesome. And so am I. And let's keep making this world even awesomer. Thank you for tuning in to this edition of PayDay Abroad. If you would like to support the show, feel free to give this episode a like and share it with your friends. Stay tuned for more episodes in the coming weeks. And until next time, be safe, have fun, and auf Wiedersehen.